Hey y'all, today I want to share a new project I've been working on. In a previous video, I started telling you all about this PCB I was designing. Well, as I designed the PCB more and more, I decided that I will need some sort of a case to put it in. It doesn't follow a standard sizing for 65% keyboard, so it can't fit in most cases that are commercially sold, so I decided that I was going to make my own. Now, case designs can be very expensive because there's expensive milling processes and the material's expensive. So I decided to go a much cheaper route, and I decided to try to make a 3D printed case. There are a lot of open source keyboard projects that involve 3D printed cases, and so after looking at a few of them, I decided that it can't be that hard, and I decided I might want to give it a shot. So in this video, I'm going to walk you all through the current prototype I have and my process as to how I got there. So I started with the design that was more flat-faced and had the back of the plate actually extruded towards the back of the actual case. I also had made the case angled. I started with a 7-degree angle. When I had a design I was kind of okay with, I decided I was going to run it through my 3D printer. And well, the design I had envisioned came out okay, but as I looked at the physical pieces, I decided that I wanted to go kind of a different route with the case as a whole. I felt like the plate itself didn't really have enough dimension, and that the overall case kind of felt a little lacking, both in size and kind of just like, bulk kind of style to it. So I basically started all over in Fusion and created a whole new design. This time I had a design where the plate material had extrusions on both sides, and the overall plate itself, and by plate I mean where the switches are going to fit in, was actually thinner. But I did have material of the actual case extruded, one a little bit larger of an offset from the actual plate itself, and also was extruded on both sides. When reworking the bottom, I decided I wanted to leave more space on the inside of the bottom, and I just wanted to not worry about an angle. I want to play around with more angles, and it'll be easier for me to very quickly angle a flat case to test rather than if I kept printing cases on an actual angle, because it does take quite a bit of material and quite a bit of time with the infill settings I was using. So for quick prototyping, I sliced off little pieces to just test the prints as I made more revisions, so that way it wouldn't take so long on each print, and I wouldn't waste as much material. And well, after about 8 revisions, I finally had something that I felt good about. So yeah, after these 8 revisions, I decided I finally had something I was good about, and I decided that I was going to actually slice it up and print the full thing. Roughly 18 plus hours later, I had these 6 parts. I printed the final design in 6 portions because of size constraints with my printer, and I did make a slight mistake, so printing them in more sections allowed me to not have to redo the prints I did previously, and since I was already pretty far into print time, I didn't want to have to start back over. Not for the first prototype anyway. After everything had finally finished printing and I could look at the whole design together, I really liked it. I liked it a lot better than the original angled concept that I came up with. So I actually decided that this one was good enough for me to actually build into an actual full keyboard. So I grabbed one of the PCBs and some dummy switches I had lying around and decided I was going to put the thing together. The components of the build are not special, just some cheap cherry stabs, some Gatoron brown switches. These keycap set I got off a drop a long time ago, and then also I used some super glue to actually meld the pieces of the PLA case together. And there you have it. I have my completely designed keyboard case and keyboard PCB. And I mean, look at it. I couldn't be more ecstatic to see it. I mean, I think it's just so crazy that I went from knowing nothing about how to design PCBs or design a keyboard case to, in a couple of months, a full-fledged prototype. I mean, look at it, it doesn't sound the best, and I mean, it is rough around the edges, but I made this, me. Somebody who has no formal training in product design or electrical engineering or anything like that, and I did this, and I don't know, I just think that's really cool. Now, even though I'm sure this is going to be very awful, no keyboard build video would be complete without a sound test. So here we go. The build is very inconsistent. In some spots it's pitchy, in others it's muted, and man, there's some real mush to certain keys, especially this spacebar. But hey, this is the first revision, and I don't know, it's pretty good for a first revision of the full print. So I want to thank you all for taking the time to look through this video. I know it's a pretty quick one, but I just want to go over this kind of design process really quickly and show you all what I was, kind of how it went. Overall, I think it went pretty good, and I can't wait to build the next prototype. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please leave a subscription. Please leave a subscription. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more content related to keyboards, tech, coding, and everything else in between. If you all have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I will be replying to them all. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.